It was about stacking records upon records that reinforce his brand identity every single time. Every project connects to a bigger catalog story, and because his catalog is deep, his streams never reset to zero. Never. That's his own leverage. Meanwhile, independent artists would focus on the next song, while labels would focus on the lifetime catalog value. That is why Drake was one of the most streamed artists in the world, and he is still one of the most streamed artists in the world. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift doesn't just drop albums, she creates eras. Her visuals would align, her messages would align, her merch would align, her tours would align, everything feels coordinated up onto her concerts, bro. Her life is like a movie. That's not hype. That's structure, bro. When your release feels like moments instead of uploads, audiences stay emotionally invested. That is why Taylor Swift is the only artist that has crossed $1 billion. It's only her catalogs. Let's look at Bad Bunny. That guy overlaps momentum for days. He doesn't wait until streams hand down or cools off. Before planning the next move, he has already known what he wants to do in his next record. His campaigns connect automatically, releases would always overlap. He's basically an attention god. Meanwhile, that is when the real work actually begins. Rihanna didn't rely on music alone. She built brand equity as a strategy, from her fashion to her beauty to her strategic partnerships. Her catalog feeds her brand feeds her catalog. That's an ecosystem thinking. When artists build identity beyond songs, longevity increases by all means. Let me bring it back home. Big Wiz is the male version of that strategy. Ayo Balogun is the male version of that strategy, of making a brand an ecosystem as implied. Trust me, when you hear the name Rihanna and when you hear the name Wizkid, it's not just the person bearing it, it is a brand. As you can see, this is why most independent artists can't replicate this kind of measures. They can't replicate this kind of measures. The difference is in talent. Yeah, of course, they have the talent. That is a pass mark. The difference between you and these artists is the fact that they have proper structures. Major artists like Wizkid and Rihanna's and Drake's and all that, they operate with strategy. They operate with territory focus, catalog planning, artistic leverage, budget allocation, release